Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle. In the studio today, I got three of our basketball captains. The basketball team off to a great start. So what we've got around the room, we've got Ryan Gray, we got Connor Lovell, and we got Ayden Balter. We're going to start with you, Ryan. How long you played, what positions you play, how long you been a varsity player?
I've been playing basketball for 10 years. I've been playing varsity basketball for 3 years, and I'm a point guard.
Point guard. Connor?
I've been playing basketball for 12 years. I kind of utility guy.
Okay. Ayden?
I've been playing for 10 years and kind of a center, and this is my fourth year on varsity.
Okay, and we're going to start with you. You're all captains. We have two seniors and one junior captain. Ayden, you've been a captain earlier this year. I had you on for golf. What do you see your role as a captain on this basketball team?
I feel like you have to be a leadership for the younger guys and even the people on your team, so you can set a role model so people can look up to you during like the drills and how to carry yourself on and off the court.
Okay, Connor, you're a unique case again. We had you on for football. You had been injured. You're starting to come back from the injury. You're a captain who's been on the bench the whole year, recovering. How do you see your role as a captain, and how has being hurt impacted that role?
Kind of just try to keep the guys disciplined. Like when they run, I'll be doing push-ups on the sideline, or if we're up in the weight room, just kind of push everybody.
Okay, how long do you think you're still out for? When are we going to see Connor Lovell back on the court?
Say I could be feeling good next week.
Okay, so
hopefully I get in this Friday for 30 seconds, a minute maybe.
Awesome. And Ryan, you're the junior captain, so you are the lone junior as a captain. First year being a captain. What do you see your role as a captain, and how does being a junior impact that role?
I try to lead by example, and I try to show that I've been on this team for a while now, so I want people to know what it's like to, play varsity. We have a lot of new guys, so just try to lead by example.
Okay, now I don't know. A.D. Ingram has had the captain's council, and I think it's changed for the wintertime. I know, Ryan, have you been to one of those yet?
I've been to one.
Okay, so just real quick around the room. What have you gotten out of the captain's council? Start with you, Ryan.
I don't really remember.
Don't remember?
It was a while ago.
Okay. Connor?
Learned how to be a leader on and off the court, as well as like in the school, succeed in the classroom, to push everybody.
Okay, now Connor, you and Ayden are both baseball captains, so you'll be three-time captains. I think that Dennis says the AD has decided to change up what the second-time captain will do. I'll go to Ayden and have them. Ayden, what's the plan?
I think he's setting up like a project for us to either go inform the younger kids at the elementary and middle schools about Wilmington sports in general and what it's like to be a part of Wilmington community, especially the sports, and we can either go attend the school or attend the practice. Okay,
now it's been a big season for you guys. You're 9-5 as we tape this, 1 win away from the tournament, 6 more wins than we had last year. I'm going to start with you, Ayden. Beginning of the year, what was in your mind the team goal, and how have you decided to adjust that as we've gone forward?
I think starting off the year, we sat down and we talked about how we wanted to make the tournament. We want to win the Middlesex, and I think that's been the goal for the whole year. But I think a lot of people outside have said, like, with our slow start, like, how that might be unrealistic. But we've always throughout the year, it's been a steady goal. It's been head down, steady goal. And we knew that what we were capable of, and that's our identity. And we knew that we could make it a possibility.
All right. Connor?
Yeah, so the start of the year was a little slow. I think it took us a minute to click. Once it got to January, though, everything started going our way. I think that's really thanks to Coach Faraday.
Okay, now we do have a new coach. So impact on Coach Faraday on the slow start and getting it going. Your view from the bench on that?
Oh, yeah. I'd say the slow start was just us adapting to his coaching style, but I think it's really been good for us, especially the program as a whole.
Okay, and as a junior, Ryan, how much did you play last year, and how have you seen it? What's the change? I know you're full-time. You're playing almost the whole game, 32 minutes a game. How has that impacted you on individual and as a team?
Well, last year, I started off the season not getting much minutes, and then towards the end, I started like 3 games. But this season, it all comes down to conditioning. Coach has been conditioning us in practice, so it takes it a long way in the games, and I've been able to play most of the game.
Yeah, you play a lot. You guys all play a lot of minutes, I think, and then Connor, you'll come back, hopefully alleviate that. So I don't know how many players we have on the team. I want to go through. I'm going to start with you, Ryan. I'll have you tell us who are all the junior players. Connor, I'm going to let you name all the seniors, and then all the non-juniors and seniors are going to give to Ayden. So start off with you.
The juniors, we got Connor Sullivan, Roman Sinnott, Will Poyant, Noah Titterington, Timmy Watson, and then myself. I think that's it.
Okay. Seniors.
So you got Ayden and myself, Shane Tassoni, Jack Murphy, Kyle Gabry, and Ben Jameson's team manager.
Okay, and you missed a junior, by the way.
Matt Driscoll.
Yeah. And Ayden, who are the underclassmen?
Sophomore Julian Martins, and then freshman Spencer Walker.
Okay, so again, like I said, we've got a new coach. Anthony's in. Ferrari's coming in. What do you see the biggest difference between this year and last year, as far as not to critique coaches, but this year and last year, as far as the mental outlook on the team, and you fought back from the 3-game, the tough start?
I think he changed the identity of this team because obviously Wilmington sports surrounded everyone thinks. When you think of Wilmington sports, most people think of losing and like not like giving up, and we're playing big schools as a small school and we're always like at a disadvantage. But I think he came in with a new identity, new mindset, and put us in and said we belong. And I think once it clicked with everyone and we knew that we have a special group of kids this year and we do belong in this league and people should be afraid of us, and we're not afraid of anyone we play against.
I think that's great that he's instilled that style of play. Connor, what do you see? What are the strengths of this team? If you were going to do a scouting report on Wilmington, what would you say the strengths of Wilmington are?
Say grit. We don't give up. Everyone's diving for loose balls, running the floor, getting rebounds, playing good D.
And is it the philosophy to shoot threes or to get Ayden the ball down low? How does that play out?
It's really whatever you see on the floor. It's really up to the players.
And the coach is giving you the opportunity to do that? Not
Yeah.
you specifically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, Ryan, what do you think we need to improve? I know we're 9-5, and we've got a good stretch of Freedom Division games coming up. As the year winds down, what's the team need to improve on that you see? If we improve on this, we will be even better.
I think just not taking possessions off, and it's all about runs. So if they want to run, we can't put our heads down. We just got to keep going, and it all just starts on the defensive end. So we really take pride in that. So.
Okay, so I got to ask a technical basketball question for all three of you. What type of defense are you playing? Do you switch the defenses up? And what is the basic offensive set that you're running? Ryan, I'll go with you first.
Defense, we're mostly man. We're just man. We like to deny one pass away, and we just make it hard for the teams to swing the ball around the perimeter.
Okay, and Ayden, offensively, what's you're the big man, are you down low, are you up high, are you setting screens, or how does that work?
We have a bunch of different sets that we go into, so it really depends on it, but we like a lot of ball screen actions, a lot of rolling, popping to the basket, movement, so I think it's good because it's good movement and everyone's moving, everyone knows what they should be doing, and it causes chaos, and which helps us on offense.
Now, I've noticed an increase in rebounding, especially with you this year, Ayden. Is that a focus of the way that they're positioning you in defense, or is it just a focus of that all of a sudden you've made, I think you've made this jump over the course of this year, last year, just in your rebound, like 15 rebounds a game. Is that basically the way the set's being played, or just maturity on your part?
I think it's almost a team thing. We go over rebounding a lot in practice, and everyone boxing out makes it clear pain for everyone. So I think rebounding as a team has went up as well. So I think it's great for us because we try to limit second chance opportunities, and clearing everyone boxing out is something we've really worked on in practice. So it's good for us for everyone to get their rebounding up.
Okay, Connors, we're getting you hopefully get you on the floor. The future looks like it's pretty bright this year. Playoffs coming up? What are you anticipating the contribution you're going to be able to make as you come off the injury, and what do you feel like your impact on the team can be?
I'm looking to add some depth. I think I could be good for defense and get some rebounds, just making some plays.
Okay, and how many minutes do you think you're going to be able to play on the injury?
I think to start off, I'll be a little slow, maybe 5 to 10, but then I'll get increase and then get into playoffs. Hopefully, that'll be good to play a lot.
Now, on the injury recovery, has it been? You made great progress because I think you got hurt in October, September was, and now it's almost February. Has the recovery been what you expected? Has it been harder? Has it been easier? Or where are you in that?
Depends on the day. It's really a grind because I was going 3 times a week for about 4 months now. now it's going easing it off, but it's a lot.
Okay, and Ryan, I know the goal at the beginning of the year we wanted to make the tournament, which has not happened in a while. Looks like we're going to be better than 500. What are your goals for the tournament? What are you looking at when you make the tournament? I know we want to win it all, but is a home game? Is it be competitive as we get to the deeper in the rounds? What are the goals set?
I mean, I want to finish high ranked so we can have as many home games as we can. We want everyone around town to be able to watch a home playoff game, because that hasn't happened in a while.
So how are we going to get these people out? I mean, the crowds have been getting bigger. We've been around. We're going to cover. WCTV is going to cover the last 3 home games. I know that. Last 3 Freedom Division games. How do we motivate the students to come out? Because once that gym's packed, it's an awesome experience. What thoughts or philosophies? How we get people out? We'll go with you, Ryan.
I mean, if we keep winning, they're gonna have to come. Other winter sports haven't been too good so far. So if we keep doing our thing, they'll eventually have to come.
Okay, and Connor, how like you said, you've seen this from a different perspective, and I think Ayden had pointed out it's a winning culture now on the basketball team. How do we maintain that, not just in basketball? How do we grow that to the other sports in the high school? Besides just winning, I mean, winning really helps, but Coach Faraday has really instilled this new attitude. And how do we get that attitude on the student athletes across the school?
I think just carrying over that mindset between different sports, and then having captains talk about it so they spread it to other sports. And then that helps the youth programs, that brings more kids to the high school, which in turn increases sports.
Okay. And Ayden, to you, you're the one who made the point about the philosophy, and we go into these gyms and everybody thinks they're going to kick our butt because they've beaten us forever. How have you seen the mindset change from you and your teammates going into Reading and Winchester and Woburn and Belmont, and the first time we ever beat Belmont, first time we ever beat Reading? What is the coaches instilled that? But how do you see the mindset of the teammates changing?
I think we just have like a tight group of kids. It's like everyone's really close to each other. We're all really close on and off the court, and I think that's a big thing for us. It's that we believe in the next man down, and I know Ryan would run through a wall for me. I'd run through a wall for Connor, and for everyone. And we know that this is our team, and we have this team. They've also said a lot that this is a team that's never going to be we're never going to be together again. And then the next year it's going to be the same thing and the same thing again. So we know we have a tough group of guys that we'd run through a wall for. So I think that's a big part about it.
Okay, so top moments of the year, all 3 of this year, just this year, because when I get to individual questions, we're going to all the time. But Ryan, what is as of today? We're 9-5, going to Stoneham on Friday. As of today, what's your top moment for the season so far?
I think our overtime winning against Watertown. I mean, I fouled out, but watching my guys step up, watching everyone step up, it's a great moment.
Connor?
I'd say last night. I think that was a really good test. Wakefield beating them on the road, close game till the end, and we were able to finish.
Okay, and Ayden?
I think Ryan's and 1 in Melrose, because that's what pushed us to 500. I don't know, 3 and 4 at that point.
Yeah.
And we pushed us to 500, which is something that we knew that would start us to get us on a roll, and that was a big play for us. Got us the win, and now we're rolling.
You have not looked back since, I don't think, either. It's just been a complete roll. And a lot of that credit, all the credit goes to the players, but because I'm a coach, I just like the coach has to have a little bit of, we'll give the coach some credit. It's a new coach, Coach Faraday. Ayden, I'll go with you first. What have you learned from Coach Faraday over this short period of time that you've had him as a coach? And what type of coach is he? What are practices like? So first thing, what are practices like and what type of coach is he?
I mean, beginning of the year, we did a lot more running, conditioning, getting ready for the year. Now it's the running's died off a little bit, and we kind of have a routine with our practices. We do some drills at the beginning, then get some shots up, then run some competitive drills and stuff like that. And I think Faraday, he's helped us competitively. Everything's a competition. I think that's how we have to think about everything. That we can't take it easy on our teammates. I mean, everyone's there at practice to get better. The first group of guys playing against the second group of guys. Second group of guys should challenge them at all times and should make it hard for them. And another big thing is energy. Our gym is filled with energy now, even in practice with no one there, is we can create our own energy, and I think that's big for us.
Okay, Connor, what's something that you've learned so far from Coach Faraday?
He's down to business. That's all him. Business, work ethic. He loves it. I love how involved he is. keeping us energized. What we need to do is we can't get comfortable where we are because I think that's what happened in baseball last year. We need to take it one game at a time, never give up, and keep pushing. I think that'll push us to the playoffs.
Excellent. And Ryan?
I mean, after every win, he's always saying, "Can't get too comfortable," like Connor said. But yeah, in practice, he's always you always hear him. He's always yelling something, and he's always making us clap. The whole coaching staff, and it reflects on to everyone.
Now, I'm going to give a shout out to these guys because three guys are all baseball players. I mean, like 8 of the 10 players, 8 of 11 are baseball players, and they went through a little bit tough stretch last year where we were 8 wins and we struggled to get to the tournament. So I'm hoping the mindset that we've had through basketball, the winning that started out, that happens on. So my next question is going to be, and don't relate this to Coach McManus or myself, but to a general high school coach. All right, what advice would you give that high school coach as a student athlete? We'll start with you, Ryan.
I would say just try to stay involved with like the community, and try to get like the youth involved because that gets like it just gets everyone going. And I mean, as you see now, like all the little kids showing up to our games, and they create energy and makes it hard for teams to come in and just roll through us.
Good answer, Connor. Something different, though. Can't review.
Yep. I'd say early on in the season, before the games start, push the team. I think that'll give them momentum going into the season, which will in turn result in a good season.
Okay, and Ayden?
I think a coach needs to make a personal connection to every player on the team, so they have someone they feel like they can always play for. And I think that's a big thing with Faraday. I feel like all of us have a close relationship, even though we've only known him for less than a year. So I think having a personal connection with your coach is a big thing that makes you want to play hard for them and really want to win and push you over the edge.
I take all that to heart. Something that as I grow as a coach, it'll help me become better as a coach as well. We talked about youth. I think Ryan brought up the youth program. Ayden, as a graduating senior, what would you tell the 6th grade travel basketball player about playing basketball at Wilmington High and the positives that come with it?
I think them seeing, especially this year, it's good to back it with evidence that we're winning and it's a winning culture and it's something you want to be a part of. I think it's like a whole new thing. It's a whole new family that you get to learn and be friends with for the rest of your life and people you can talk to for the rest of your life.
Excellent. And Connor, I'm going to switch up a little bit. Now it's a 3rd grade kid. Somebody's just starting playing basketball, and Dennis Ingram takes us down to the 3rd graders. What are you going to try to tell them what it's like playing basketball, just in general, and playing at Wilmington for a 3rd grader?
I think that they should want to work hard, and if they want to be on the team and they want the team to win, they should want to work harder than everyone around them.
Okay, what would you tell a parent who wants to have a kid who wants to play basketball? What do you, if you were 6th grade and somebody came up to your dad, what would you want to hear them say about Wilmington basketball?
Man, that program's good. You got to get your kid to go to the high school.
Excellent. And then, since Ryan, you brought this one up, and I'll let you finish it out. You're gathering with the 8th grade travel basketball team. There's 2 teams, 16 players, 22 players or so, and coaches and parents. What would you say to them? This is why you want to go to the Wilmington High School, not to the Tech or to Austin Prep or to some prep school. What's the selling point that you're going to use right now?
I mean, you just want to represent your town, and representing your town is a big thing, and it can go a long way just playing basketball at the high school. And I mean, because Coach Ferry, he gets them involved, and it's like they're a part of the team already.
Okay, good. So that leads me to the favorite part of the program, which is the individual questions. And I know that, like I said, Ryan, this is your first time out, so I'm actually going to let you go first so you get a little stumped by someone because it's fun. And then we'll have Connor and Ayden answer because I've had answers from them a couple times. Don't be afraid. Just simple questions, and don't say anything bad about anybody because it all goes on the air. First one for you is really pretty simple. Former or present teammate who, basketball-wise, you've learned the most from?
Former or present? Probably Mikey Otis. Because last year he was definitely our hardest worker last year, and I mean, that just everyone on our team now has that mentality, and last year he pushed me to work hard, and I'm working hard now.
And what other sports and or activities do you do at the high school?
I play varsity baseball.
Okay. Any other activities you do? Like, do you do drama or anything like that? No. No. You look like you do drama here.
Oh, yeah.
What have you learned on the basketball court that you can that you can use in the classroom? What do you something that you've learned playing basketball or playing for this team that you can translate into the classroom?
Well, I mean, a big thing that we have on the court is communication. Communication can go a long way. So in the classroom, it could help a little bit.
Okay. Favorite moment of your all-time basketball and favorite moment at the high school?
All-time basketball. Probably my game winner in like 8th grade against Tingsboro.
Okay.
And then this year,
Not the railroad
Or-
this year, but in high school for the 3 years you've been with the high school program.
probably my first ever point at Lexington High School.
Okay, and that was did they give you the ball for that?
No.
First roof? No.
We were down by like 30.
30 down. All right. Favorite athlete, favorite basketball player, and who are you rooting for in basketball if you're watching it, and who's your favorite college basketball team as well? So player, college team, and
My favorite NBA team is Celtics. I'm rooting for them. Favorite college team is Creighton. Roll Blue Jays. My favorite player in the NBA is LeBron James.
okay. Is there a player in the NBA or in college that you model your game after?
No, not really.
Okay. What number do you wear and why?
I wear 12. No reason.
No reason. Just
I got it freshman years. I got the last pick my freshman year, so I just kept it.
took that one.
Yeah.
Coaches and or people who have influenced you or they want to credit as we go forward here.
I just want to credit our whole coaching staff right now. They've pushed us a long way, and they're going to change the culture of this. Well, they already have, but they're going to keep changing the culture of this.
When you were a younger basketball player, who influenced you?
Influenced me. Donnie Titterington.
Okay, good.
He was my coach growing up, and he influenced me.
Okay, do you watch yourself or on WCTV?
Do I watch myself?
Yeah, the games.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to impersonate the play-by-play guy right now either. And if you had a favorite, we announce you in, it's Ryan Gray, we change it up. What would be your walk-up song? We played a walk-up song for you.
Walk-up song. Probably. It's tough.
Do you want to think about it? We'll come back to you for the
Yeah.
shout-outs. How about we do that?
Yeah.
All right, Connor, you're next on the docket. Athlete, favorite teammate and or former or present that has some influence on you.
Basketball teammate, Jim?
Basketball teammate, yeah, let's go basketball.
I'd say Michael Lawler, just his bust year, you know what kind of mindset. When he was hurt my sophomore year, he really showed me like work ethic to go full speed for everything. That really reflected on me.
And that's helped you in the situation you're in now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other sports or activities you do at the high school?
Play varsity football, varsity baseball, and I'm a DECA member.
DECA member. What was your
Shout
DECA
out Miss Dunlap.
What was your DECA subject? What did you have to speak to?
So I was on the board. I was part of the comp prep team,
Okay.
and me and Kyle were partners, and we did travel and tourism team management.
Good. What's something you learned on the basketball court or during basketball that you can translate to the classroom?
Work ethic.
Work ethic. Why? How's that influence? What's the benefit in the work ethic on the school side?
Getting the good grades, Jim.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite basketball player, favorite college team, favorite pro team?
Favorite player, LeBron James.
Okay.
Favorite teams, Celtics.
College?
College, probably go Duke.
Duke. Oh, you're a front runner, Duke front runner.
Mm.
And then, what's your favorite basketball moment all time for you?
Half court shot, 6th grade travel.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Was that at the buzzer or just threw it up?
Buzzer, banked it in.
There you go. Banks were open. Good job. What number do you wear and why?
I wear 2 because my birthday is March 2nd.
Okay, and you'll be how old?
18.
18. Okay, you try to sure remember that. Coaches that you would credit to get you along the way.
Say Miko for taking a chance on me my sophomore year, and then obviously Faraday and the rest of the coaching staff.
And then who's been your influence as you've gone through your basketball career? Who's influenced you along the way?
Say my dad. Yeah,
Did your dad ever coach you?
he did assistant coach.
Okay.
Going up throughout travel.
All right. And then do you watch yourself on WCTV? Although you haven't played yet, but do you watch?
I do. Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And are you very critical of yourself, or are you just doing it because it's just enjoyable to watch? So this must be fun if we have it on this.
Critical. Like to see how much of a spaz I am on camera.
And then will you watch this when we have this on there?
Absolutely.
Did you watch the football one?
I'm gonna watch it after.
You watch
this.
when you get home?
I didn't know it was uploaded.
You didn't know that? What's your walk-up song going to be,
The Godfather theme song.
and why?
Cause I'm Don Corleone.
You have never changed. I'll give you credit. I've had you on since you were. I had you on when you were. You know, I have to fess up that I've coached these guys too, but I had Ayden and Connor on when they were what, 8th graders for baseball, and
Trevor Bauer.
and they have not changed one bit. So now we get because you're a senior, you get some other additional questions. What are you going to miss the most about basketball?
Being with the guys outside of like practice, like team dinners, hanging out, all that.
Okay, what was the best team dinner you guys had this year?
I like Driscoll's the other night. That
Yeah.
was really fun. Chick-fil-A at his house, watching the Celtics game.
Okay.
Then Quiplash at Ayden's house. That was awesome.
And Ryan, since I forgot to ask this one for you, bus. Do you guys get music on the bus? Does somebody handle it? Is the bus quiet?
Yeah, we have a quiet bus.
Have a quiet bus? What's your
It's,
favorite?
it's a business trip.
It's a bit good. I like that. And what's your favorite team dinner so far?
My favorite team dinner. Probably yours. Chipotle and Quiplash. If you know,
What
you
is
know.
Quiplash?
I'm
Sure you do.
Kyle's favorite.
You got to know.
Okay, got it.
Kyle's
You know if you know. Connor, what's the future hold for Connor Lovell?
College, hopefully far from here.
Barbie, where it's from?
Sorry, Mom.
All right, and then we'll get you. We'll come back for the shout out. Ayden, we're gonna go to you. You get the easy ones. Present or future teammate that you learned the most from?
Will Doucette. He was someone who took me under his wing when I was a freshman on varsity. I knew not really many people on the team, and he always picked me up for rides. And I still talk to him to this day, which is like super. Like he's a pretty good person to reach out to, and he's very informational and good kid.
You played as a freshman on the varsity team, correct? How now that you're a senior, how do you look at the younger? We have one freshman and one sophomore on the varsity team. Are you? How do you see? Do you see any of yourself in them, just from trying to integrate in?
Yeah, I just like advice I'd give to them is like it goes by so fast. Like I feel like that's something that everyone tells you, but it really does when you look at it. Like I remember stepping on the court for the first time, being so nervous. The game went by so fast. Everything was going by fast. It felt like I was out of control. But now I feel like as a senior, game slowed down a little bit, and I just think you just have to take in every moment. Doesn't matter. When I was on the bench when I was a freshman, I started taking every moment. I think you should have to look up to the older kids and make relationships with everyone. But I mean, it's a big thing.
That's an excellent answer. Other sports activities you do at the high school?
A retired golfer and baseball player.
And favorite career basketball moment all time?
We won a championship in 4th grade called like the Blue Blood tournament, and that was like the only thing I ever won when I was younger in basketball, because we did not win in basketball when I was younger.
So now we're winning. So this has been a good ride, I assume, for
yeah,
you.
it's been really good.
And then favorite athlete and basketball. We'll go favorite basketball player. I'm assuming you're a Celtic fan. You got the Celtic jersey on there.
Yeah, I do.
And your favorite college team.
My favorite player is probably Derek White, and I like the Celtics, and I'm a Duke bandwagon fan.
The two bandwagon Doogies guys. Creighton. I don't know how we got Creighton in that group. What number do you wear and why?
I wear 14 because number 2 didn't fit me. That's usually my number, but I don't fit into a adult medium.
Well, so why would number 2 be your number?
I don't know. I've worn it ever since I was younger, but that's the only reason. There was no it was just, I think it was like the only jersey that was left when I was younger, and I just took it. And I kind of stuck with it, but I guess it's gone now.
Okay, influence, coach you want to credit from along the way?
I mean, I've had 3 high school head coaches, Ingram, Amico, and Faraday. I'd like to credit them, all the coaching staff. But from when I was younger, Chris Harper, he's been a big part because he's my uncle. So he's been a big role, and I love picking his brain because he's super basketball mind, and he helps me with everything. I call him after every game usually and talk to him about the game, and he's really helped me out. He helps me see the game like from off the floor, and it's like really nice having someone to talk to about that.
Excellent answer. And then anybody that's influenced you besides Coach Harper?
Some of my coaches from when I was younger, I had Jay Kelly was my rec coach. John Gabry coached me. Bill Lovell coached a little bit, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, then the question about what have you learned on basketball court that you can translate to the high school, to the classroom?
I think the same, like mindset, how you go approach school, that it's very important and where it can take you places. So I think you should have to go with the positive mindset every day in school. Try and work hard, get your homework done.
Okay, and do you watch your games? And I know you watch them at home because you have to, but do you watch on WCTV? And how do you watch them? Do you, for entertainment, for critique, to learn what you're doing well or not?
I like watching Huddle for critique, but WCTV for entertainment. I think it's fun listening to.
Okay, and walk-up song, if you had one?
Love on the Brain by Rihanna.
Okay, and what are you going to miss the most about basketball?
Same thing as Connor, being around the guys. I know when go off to college, you won't see them as much, and I'll be back, though. I'll be back. I
think with you saying that earlier that it goes by so fast. I mean, now you're seniors, and this is the things you miss. I mean, it's been 45 years for me, and I still miss that teammate kind of thing, so I appreciate that. What's the future hold for my friend Ayden Balter?
I'll be going to Hobart College in New York, play baseball.
Okay, and I want to put one guy on the spot. I'm going to bring us back to Ryan Gray. He's going to get. Do you want to impersonate the play-by-play guy when you make a 3? You're really good at that. Here we go.
Ryan Gray for 3. Good.
Okay. All right, now for my favorite segment of the show. Each of these athletes can give a shout out to anybody you want. We also have a song for you too as well, Mr. Gray. So we're going to start with you, Ryan. Shout out anybody you want.
Shout out my parents, shout out my sister, and shout out Will Poyant.
Okay, Connor.
Shout out Rivers Reviews. Are you serious? Poppy Pants McGee and my parents.
All right, and Ayden.
I'll shout out my parents, my sister, and the goated team manager,
all right,
Jake Bourgeois.
It's great to have these guys. I've coached all 3 of them in some way, shape, or form. Ayden's been just too good a player baseball-wise for me to get to coach, but I had Connor for 2 years. I had Ryan for a year and a half. I'm moving up to varsity assistant, so I'm going to get to have. These are great kids. They really represent Wilmington well. I love how you've answered the fact that we've got this winning attitude going on, and it's great to promote that. I hope everyone who's watching this or not watching this will go out and cheer these kids on, because it is a fun event right now at the high school. So like I said, we've got my good friend Ryan Gray, my good friend, we'll call him Connor Lovell, and the big guy over there, Ayden Balter, coming in on the show. So I just, like I said, thank them for them to come in and give us a half hour of their time. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.